Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you again today. Hello, I'm Miss Kendra, Learn and Play Montessori School. Welcome to our remote learning. So I want to remind all my friends and families out there that we have an opportunity now. We can come to school and get registered, or can sign up for our remote learning program at learnandplaymontessorischool.com on our website, and you can enroll in the remote learning program there, and then you're going to have access to all of our materials and worksheets, and also you can sign up to be part of our Zoom. Okay, that sounds wonderful. Then we can find all of the worksheets, all of the information there at our website. Okay, awesome. Let's take a look at the calendar. We remember yesterday was Wednesday, and that means today is the Thursday, and that means tomorrow is Friday. Alrighty, so today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. How many days are in the week? How many days? 7 days. Okay, let's get our fingers out. You ready to go? Ready to sing? There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wonderful. So now what's the next day? Are we going to move backward or forward? Or up? Or down? We're going to move forward one, right? To 9. So we know today is Thursday. What month? July 9, 2020. Great. And how many months are in the year? How many months are in the year? 12. Thank you. Good. Let's take all of our fingers out and let's sing our 12 months of the year song. Are you ready? There are 12 months. There are 12 months. There are 12 months in a year. There are 12 months. There are 12 months. There are 12 months in a year. January, February, March and April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November and December. These are the months of the year. Fill them with joy and with cheer. The months of the year. Awesome. We got another song to sing in our morning. Our phonics song, right? Are you ready to sing? Sing with me. Okay. Do you know these letter sounds? Do you know these letter sounds? They will help you learn to read. They will help you learn to read. Apple, apple, baby, baby, cookie, cookie, dolly, dolly, elbow, elbow, flower, flower, garden, garden, hammer, hammer, ha, 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 igloo, igloo, jelly, jelly, kitten, kitten, lion, lion, Monkey, monkey, Necklace, necklace, Ostrich, ostrich, Pumpkin, pumpkin, Quarter, quarter, quack, quack, quack. Rabbit, rabbit, Scissors, scissors, Tiger, tiger, Undershirt, undershirt, Vacuum, vacuum, Window, window, wah, wah, wah. X-ray, x-ray, Yo, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Zebra, zebra, z, z, z. Awesome. Thanks for singing our phonics song with me. Did you guys get all your worksheets ready? Are you ready to do some worksheets? You are? Okay. I'm going to grab my counting worksheet first and bring it over to my mat so we can do a little coloring and a little counting. I have so many crayons here. I'm going to put my name up top first. Okay, color the pictures, then count the items and write the number in the box. We've been doing a lot of practicing writing our numbers and tracing our numbers. Let's do that in the box here. Mom and Dad, if maybe we're going to need some help tracing, we can use a highlighter or a yellow marker or crayon to write the number and they can trace on top of that. Are we ready to color and count these crayons? You see all these crayons here? All right, let's do some coloring and then we'll do some counting. I am going to make all purple crayons. Would that be good to have a bunch of crayons, only one color? No, not really, unless you only want to color purple. And today, these crayons are only purple crayons. We can put them in the purple crayon bucket at school for everyone to use. All right, our purple crayons are my purple crayons. What color are your crayons? Oh, that's a great color. Let's count these crayons together and write the number in the box. 1, 2, 3. We're counting together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 crayons here. So what number do we write in this box? 8. Exactly right. 8. So we're going to go around like an S and back up to close it. Right, Mom and Dad? If we need help, we can put an 8 in yellow and we can trace it. Super. Let's color some books. These are all purple crayons, so I'm going to pick a different color for my books. I'm thinking the strong teal crayon. What color are your books? Does it look like a book that you know? A book from your library? Do you have a library at your home? A little one? Like the little ones at school? Awesome. Okay, let's count these books together. 1, 2, 3, 4, How many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Good job. 5 books. Let's write 5 in the box. Excellent. Well, what do we see here? Do we have this at home? Do you have this at school? You do? What does it look like? Looks like this. Some Elmer's glue, some school glue. What color is your glue? Pink? What? The glue I know is white. Sometimes I see glitter glue that is pink or sparkly blue. Lots of colors of glue now. Okay, let's count our glue bottles here. You ready with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6. What number are we writing in this box here? A 6. That's right. Let's do it. Let's write our 6 in there. Awesome. Let's do one more, and then you try this one all by yourself. Sounds good. Okay, what are these? Those are some scissors, right? Let's color our scissors. I'm going to color the handle black. When we are holding our scissors, where do we hold them? The handle or the blades? Yeah, the handle. Why don't we hold it here? Yeah, it's so sharp. That's not safe. And when we have scissors in our hand, we're holding it by the handle. Or when we're walking, we hold it closed, right? And we're always walking feet. Okay, let's count our scissors. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we going to write number 5 in this box? No. We counted 1, 2, 3, 4. What number goes here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, number 4. Let's write a 4. 4. Awesome. Thanks for doing that with me. Let's take a look at letter B. That rhymes. Okay, letter B. You guys have an awesome worksheet like this? Let's start with this side first, okay? But before we go into our worksheet and start coloring and tracing, let's take a look at our sandpaper letter. And remember, if we don't have a sandpaper letter, we can always trace on our worksheet. All right, let's take our 2 fingers. You have a 1 finger, you got 2 fingers? Okay, fantastic. Let's start at the top for letter B, down to the bottom, and back up around to close letter B. Right, from the top, down, up, around, close letter B. Good job. Let's try tracing it on our paper here. 2 fingers. From the top to the bottom, back up, around, close your letter B. From the top to the bottom, around, close your letter B. Nice tracing. You know, we can always do more tracing and practice anytime you want to. I'm going to put my name up here. Miss Kendra. It is the 9th. All right, so what does this say here to do? These directions say trace the letter B, then draw a line to match the pictures to the beginning sound B. So how did we trace that with our fingers? From the top to the bottom, back up and around. Let's do that with a pencil or crayon or whatever you have available. Right, from the top to the bottom, back up and around. Close your letter B. Okay, we can do it again too. Top to the bottom, back up around, close your letter B. Awesome. So what do we have over here? This is a chipmunk? This is a doggy? No, what is that? A bee? A bee. Does that start with the letter B sound? B? B? Yeah. What about our phonics song? In our phonics song, what was our letter B sound for? Apple, apple, baby, baby, b. Right? In our phonics song, it was a B for baby. Now here, what is this a picture of? A bird, right? And what color is this bird? It's a blue bird. You guys, we have a double B here. Blue, blue, and bird, bird. Does it start with the letter B? Bird? Yeah, so let's draw a line here. What about this? What is this? We love to read lots of books. Good job. So are we going to draw a line for this one? Yes, we are. Great job. Right? And if we're going too fast, we can pause, Miss Kendra, and slow down. Okay, before we go to our next worksheet, let's take a look at these sound flip cards. What letter is this? Right, a B, exactly right. So let's see some other words that start with letter B. What is that? A bag. Bag. B. Can you say that with me and make the sounds? Oh, we know this. A banana. Banana. B. And this is to blend. A blender. B. What is that? That's a bed, right? In a bedroom? B. Cool. What is this? A bib. Very good. Bib. Bib. And this is a bulb. Bulb. B. Ooh, delicious. A bun. 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 Last one? What is that? Have you been on one of those? A bus. 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 Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at our other letter B here. We have another one. Let's color the pictures that start with letter B. We know lots of things that start with letter B, right? So we saw like a bus and a bird and a bee. What other things start with letter B? I like to use the blue color because blue starts with what letter? Blue. Yeah, it starts with letter B also. What about this picture? What about that? What is this? A butterfly. Does that start with B? Butterfly. Butterfly. Yeah, that starts with a B too. We're doing great. What's the next picture? Ooh. Maybe it's a brown bear. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a butterfly looking at me. Or maybe it's a black bear. So bear, that starts with B. What about brown? Brown, does that start with B? Brown. Oh yeah. And what if it was a black bear? Does black start with B? Black bear. Yeah. So I know we just talked 3 colors start with letter B. Blue, brown, and black too. Wow. That's a lot of colors start with letter B. And what do we have here? All right, that's a ball. It's a ball. Do you know what kind of ball that is? It's a beach ball. So we know ball starts with letter B. What about beach? Yeah, beach starts with letter B too. We have brown bear, beach ball. Lots of B's. All right. Well, thanks for coloring that with me. I think we should sing a little song. Do you agree? You do? Fantastic. I'm going to clean this up for myself so we can sing a song together. And it's a song that you may remember because we sang it yesterday. And when we sang it yesterday, we said that who we are is I am a doctor, right? But today we're talking about a different community member. We're talking about a nurse. Have you seen a nurse? Yeah? So you've seen a doctor and a nurse before? Were they in the same place? Yeah? Yeah, they work together, don't they? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to sing that What Is My Job song, okay? And we're going to talk about they help get people well. And we're going to say, who am I? I am a nurse. I am a nurse. Okay, you ready? Let's try that together, all right? What is my job? What is my job? Can you guess? Can you guess? I help people get well. I help people get well. Who am I? Who am I? I am a nurse. I am a nurse. I help people. I help people. I help people get well. I help people get well. I am a nurse. I am a nurse. Really great, because we know that a doctor helps people. And we also know a nurse helps people, right? Yeah, super. Okay, let's take a look at your nurse worksheet like this. And let's sit down and we can color it. Talk about what our nurse does. So I'm going to write my name up top. Okay. And when we're coloring this, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you some things. What does a nurse do? What does a nurse do? I see she has some of the same doctor tools. she has a stethoscope. Wow. So a nurse works at the doctor's office, right? Yeah, she works in the hospital or at the doctor's office. Sometimes a nurse can work in a house, in a home. Did you know that? Sometimes they work in a home, but usually we see our nurse helpers at a hospital or a doctor's office, right? Where do you see a nurse? Where did you see your nurse? At the doctor's office? Yeah, did she help you? Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm going to give this nurse some brown hair. So a nurse is there to help you and to help the doctor, right? Yeah, so they're going to be working together to make sure you, the patient, gets well again. If you are sick, they want you to feel good, right? Yeah. So the doctor helps us with our big ouchies, our big problems. And they may say, you need to take some medicine. Or you need to have a shot. Who's going to give you that shot? Is it the doctor? Not usually. Usually, the nurse will help give you the shot. Isn't that interesting? The doctor says, I know what you need. You need a shot. And the nurse will help the doctor and help you and give you the shot. So the nurse is working together with the doctor to make sure you get well. What is a nurse usually wearing? Do you see your nurse? Does she wear a big fancy dress? No? Usually she wears some scrubs. Can you say scrubs? Scrubs. Scrubs are like doctor clothes, right? So here's a picture of a nurse, right? And this nurse is in his scrubs, right? It's not a regular t-shirt or some regular pants. These are for a nurse outfit. And sometimes, maybe a doctor will wear it sometimes too. But this is what we see our nurse friends in. Sometimes they're very decorated with princesses or fairies or shapes, right? And this nurse has what? A stethoscope, right? And he's going to be writing things down. Say, oh, how do you feel? What is your temperature? Have you been coughing? And he will take all of that information down and give it to your doctor, right? And the doctor will come and say, oh, I see you have a no temperature, you have no coughing, you are so healthy, you're ready to go outside and have fun. Or maybe he sees, oh, you have a temperature, you're feeling sick. Oh, I think you need a shot. Then who's going to come give you the shot? Doctor's going to go talk to the nurse. Nurse is going to say, oh, it's nice to see you again. It's nice to see you again. I hope that you're going to feel better soon. And I have a shot to give you. Okay? And then they're going to help us all the way through the shot. So if we feel scared, who's going to help us? Our nurse can help us, right? Mommy and Daddy can help us. And our nurse can help us too. Isn't that nice? Yeah, and here, what is she doing? She is taking his blood pressure, right? She's seeing how well his heart is pumping blood around his body. Isn't that neat? So a nurse has a really big job. She's going to help the doctors but she's also going to help your patients or a family too. Maybe your family says, "Oh, I'm scared for my baby to get a shot." The nurse can help your mom say, "Oh, Mom, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay." All right? That's really wonderful. So I have a really funny book I want to share with you. And it is about a character that maybe he's going to need to go to the doctor. Maybe he's going to need to go to the nurse. We're going to have to find out. Okay? This is called Mr. Bump by Roger Hargraves. Okay? All right, let's see what happens to Mr. Bump. This is the sad story of Mr. Bump. The trouble was that Mr. Bump just could not help having little accidents. If there was something for Mr. Bump to bump into, he'd bump into it all right. For instance, if you were to see Mr. Bump walking down the street in your town, and if there happened to be something to bump into down the street, then you know what would happen, don't you? Bump! Uh-oh. There was something to bump into, and he bumped. Mr. Bump was just the same at home. He lived in an extremely nice home, but even there he couldn't help having those little accidents. For instance, one morning when Mr. Bump went outside his house, he noticed that the chimney pot had come loose in a storm the night before. "I must fix that before it falls off," thought Mr. Bump. And he hurried to his garden shed to fetch a ladder. It was a very long ladder. Does this work? Okay. Mr. Bump walked up the garden path with the ladder in his shoulder. He turned the corner of the garden path. Crash! Went into living room window. "Oh dear," thought Mr. Bump, and he turned to see what happened. Crash! Went into the kitchen window behind him. "Oh dear," thought Mr. Bump. He rested the ladder against the wall of the house so he could climb up to the roof and fix the chimney. Crash! Went the bedroom window. "Oh, Mr. Bump, you're crashing into everything." So you can see how Mr. Bump had his little accidents. Mr. Bump had had many jobs, but somehow they never seemed to last very long. As soon as anything got lost, or broken, or splintered, or chipped, or snapped, or cracked, or torn, or burst, or wrenched, or crunched, or split, or slit, Mr. Bump got the blame. For instance, when Mr. Bump worked on a farm, he tripped over the farm dog and spilled the milk which he was carrying for the farmer's wife, and which the farm cat lapped up. Uh-oh, he lost all the milk. For instance, again, when Mr. Bump was a bus driver, he fell off the bus and couldn't catch up with it again. And all the passengers traveled without having to pay. Oh man, and there was no driver on the bus. Mr. Bump needs to pay attention. Mr. Bump needs to focus. For instance, when Mr. Bump was a carpenter, he found that when he was hammering nails, he hammered his thumb most of the time, and the nail hardly at all. Why did he get his thumb? I think he's not focused. He's not paying attention. He's going to have to go see the nurse, see the doctor about all these injuries. In order to recover from this series of rather unfortunate happenings, Mr. Bump decided to take a vacation. There he could think about what sort of job he could do where he wouldn't be such a nuisance to everybody. So off he set to the station to catch a train to the seaside. There he goes, Mr. Bump, trying to find a job he can do. He's always bumping. While Mr. Bump was on vacation, several things happened. For instance, he fell off a boat into the sea, and the lifeboat had come to rescue him. For instance, one day when he was quietly walking along the beach, minding his own business, he got his foot stuck in a bucket, and as he couldn't get it off, he had to walk around with it on his foot for hours. Does that look comfortable? No. Maybe he needs to look forward when he's walking. For instance, another time when he was walking along the beach, he walked straight into a large hole that somebody had dug. And he had to stay there all night because he couldn't climb out on his own. He got stuck in there. However, despite these little accidents, Mr. Bump enjoyed his vacation. And while he was there, he had a splendid idea of what sort of job he should do. It was the best idea Mr. Bump ever had. An absolutely splendid idea. He had an idea. Where did he have his idea? In his foot? In his brain? Yeah, in his brain, right? And now Mr. Bump works happily for Mr. Barley, the farmer. Mr. Barley has a rather large apple orchard on his farm, and that's where Mr. Bump works. Apple orchard. Look at all those apple trees. Mr. Bump's job is picking apples, but he doesn't use a ladder to climb up the tree to pick the apples like other apple pickers. Oh no, Mr. Bump has a much better way of picking apples than that. He just walks around, and before long, Mr. Bump, being Mr. Bump, walks into a tree. Bump. And down falls an apple, and Mr. Bump catches it. This makes the job of apple picking much easier, and Mr. Bump is very pleased with his new job. And Mr. Barley was very pleased about his new apple picker. So you see, the story of Mr. Bump isn't such a sad story after all. If you ever bump yourself, you know what to do, don't you? If you ever bump yourself, what are you going to do? Get up? Well, that's a good idea. Or you could go to the doctor, go to the nurse. What is Mr. Bump going to say? Go and eat an apple picked by Mr. Bump, and then you won't feel your bump at all. You'll remember that the next time you have a bump, won't you? Won't you? Good. Oh man, that's the story of Mr. Bump. Man, Mr. Bump kept bumping into things. Is that any fun to bump? Not really, right? We don't want to get ouchies, have to go to the doctor, see the nurse, right? Alrighty, well, thanks for sharing and doing that with me. One more thing. We also have a worksheet that looks like this today. This is going to be for our Zoom class. And to be ready for our Zoom class, we want to have these shapes, maybe something soft like a towel. Like a towel. And we are going to color. And we can take something pokey, like a toothpick, and we're going to poke. Okay, we're going to put all our shapes all the way out, okay? So that's the plan for our Zoom class. So for Zoom, we need this paper, a towel folded up, or a pillow, and a toothpick. All right? Awesome. I'll see you then, and I'll see you tomorrow too, okay, everyone? Have a good day.